What's up, Reddit family? We back with another one. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like so I can know, and also comment what you think on these stories. Now, I know that a good bit of us has dealt with the financial aid office before, and I know that some of us have dealt with the staff that's in there too. Today, we have a Reddit user that has had complications with the financial aid staff that obviously woke up on the wrong side of the bed in that particular morning. But before we get into that story, go through the drive-thru. You got it. The staff at Wendy's today went and served me in the lobby because I didn't have a lobby till and demanded I go through the drive-thru. Normally, I don't get this issue because if they don't have a lobby till, they just walk my payment over to their drive-thru till and walk back. But today they wouldn't budge. So I walked through the drive-thru since I wasn't parked in their lot, but instead parked at my job, which was a couple blocks away, and I walked over to the Wendy's to get my food. When I walked through their drive-thru, they wouldn't serve me at the drive-thru because I wasn't in a car. So I held up traffic till they did serve me. Once I got to the payment window, the cashier decided to treat me like an actual human being and told me I could come inside the lobby to get my food, where I saw another customer waiting being told the same thing. I told her what I just did to get my food, and as I'm walking back to work, I see her doing the same thing I did to get my food. I hope I created a domino effect of people doing this, but obviously I couldn't stay long enough to find out. You can't assume that everybody has a car that comes inside the restaurant. Even so, OP should have probably told them that they didn't have a car. But I do wish that I could have seen this for myself because this sounds pretty funny. What do you think about this malicious compliance? Not allowed to use the phone at the desk? This one is based on the experience my wife had at a previous job around 12 years ago. My wife, girlfriend at the time, worked for a small IT recruitment company as a recruiter. The offices were quite small, situated on the first floor of an office block, with no balcony or kitchen, or any place to really take a proper lunch break. So, my wife just sat at her desk during her allocated tea and lunch breaks and browsed her phone. Her PC was locked from accessing any websites such as Facebook and such. She found out that she was reported several times for being on her phone at her desk, something that was not allowed while working, but argued that she was on her lunch break and that she was not working and could be on her phone. She was then told that she cannot be on her phone at her desk, as her colleagues can't know that she's on the lunch break. She argued that there is nowhere to go for breaks except for downstairs and outside, a place where the smokers take regular breaks. But nope, she was not allowed on her phone at her desk. So from that day on, whenever the group of smokers took a break, she would go downstairs and stand with them, browse her phone, and come up with them. This meant that she took breaks as frequently as the smokers did, and she was away from her desk far more than she was taking her previous breaks for. It's small, but she felt a little victory inside. Luckily, she didn't stay in that job long. The continuous breaks for smokers is crazy, but just like they allocated those breaks for smokers, I think everybody else should be allocated the same. Sometimes it's not that bad to bend the rules just a little bit. You got angry because you kept demanding paperwork I had already sent you? Okay, so this happened a few minutes ago, and I've never really had one of these moments before, and I am reeling on how absolutely exasperating that exchange was. Normally, I'm a pretty passive, happy-go-lucky person, but this just got way under my skin that I decided to do something about it. Do I feel guilty? Yeah, but also, I'm at the point where I didn't know what else to do, so cue malicious compliance, I suppose. So I'm trying to go to college as an adult, but after a wicked bad separation, I can't afford the $2,300 for this course. I explained it to the financial aid person for the school, and she asked for a copy of my separation agreement to prove I was actually split. Yeah, no problem. I can do that. I sent the blank PDF of the full agreement, along with the photo of the signatures, and explained my ex-spouse and I had to print it and sign it in person, so here was the signatures to go along with the PDF. A few weeks later, I get a phone call of a woman very quickly, condescendingly, telling me that she had a blank signature PDF and, what do I do with a PDF with no signatures? There's nothing here. Can't you see I'm trying to help you? You didn't send me anything. But her voice was so incredibly snide and rude from the get-go, and didn't even, consider there may be more than one attachment in the email. Or to read the body saying, the signature page had to be printed. I've also attached a photo of it for proof. Nope, I was a buffoon, an absolute loon who sent a blank PDF just to waste her time and energy. I brushed it off as her having a bad day and tried to be friendly and helpful and say, okay. Yeah, so in the same email, if you go here, there's a second attachment and that has the signatures on it. It's the exact same page as in the PDF, just print it and sign. She immediately jumped on me saying, yeah, but you didn't send it. There's nothing here. and kept getting progressively crappier at me and accusing me of stuff and not listening to me or letting me talk. After a few times of me trying to politely explain that I was looking at the email and that there was definitely 2 attachments, the agreement and the signatures, I just go, okay, no problem. Here, I'll send it again. Do you see it now? Well, she did, but then she goes, this is only the signature page. Where's the separation agreement? What am I supposed to do with just signatures? Where's the rest of the agreement? I then also politely explained that the rest of the agreement is the exact same as the PDF I sent her, which, mind you, is obviously really freaking long. This thing is in a freaking binder. She already has the PDF, confirmed she had it, of course, but kept insisting that she wanted the printed one too because they were different. I asked her what she means because I say, if she has the full agreement, then the only page that's different is the page with the signatures. The rest is all just text describing, what my ex and I agreed on when we split. She demands, why doesn't she have this one though? So I tell her I could take pictures of it if she really wants. And she's just talking over me and goes, yes, good, finally, do that, without actually listening to me. So we hang up and I proceeded to take a photo of every single page and email them to her. But Gmail has a limit of 5 items at a time. So after a few emails of me sending 1 page at a time of exactly everything she's already had, I swiftly get an email back explaining that she'll get back to me whether I'm eligible or not, and to stop. I may have crapped myself on getting a bursary for school, but she was already trying to deny me and wouldn't even let me talk to explain it. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. Hopefully she listens to the next person when they try to tell her it's the exact same thing. Man, what a drag. But OP, there are apps out there for PDFs where you can split pages and also remove them. But yeah, she didn't really have to be that rude. Maybe she was having a bad day. Who knows? Financial aid offices, they always have you wait long times and you might not even know if you're going to get a nice person or not. So it is what it is. If you have a financial aid story that you'd like to share, please drop in the comments because I would love to see it. Stop slacking off and get those insurance denials? Sure thing, boss. This happened a few years ago, but was reminded of it because a lot of it is becoming public. Insurance companies are not your friends and will do everything they can do to save money, including not paying for your medically necessary services. There's a lot of news coming out about insurance companies using algorithms to deny claims and doctors signing off on them. Before algorithms, they would have minimum wage employees reading over the claims for the doctors instead. That's what I was. I was 19 years old, working for an insurance company denying claims. I would be the first line for doctors to call and give their case for why they thought they needed a service or medicine. For some reason, 19-year-old me with no medical experience was allowed to tell doctors that services were not needed medically. This job was the easiest yet most miserable job experience I ever had. I was only able to last a few months there. During my last 2 weeks, I was really slacking off. I was just so burnt out. I couldn't stand denying yet another case where someone needed meds and the insurance company didn't want to pay for them. I was reprimanded for not working hard enough and getting processed. Insert malicious compliance. I worked faster than I ever had before. That's because I approved every case that came before. Every doctor I spoke to, I just gave them approval. Every prior authorization I saw was approved. During my first week, I did this once and was told to not do it again because I have to follow company guidelines, but I didn't care at this point. I probably was able to approve 50 plus cases before I quit. I hope it made a difference to those people. Forget health insurance companies. No, but I think health insurance is really just a scam because we're paying monthly through jobs or other resources, but you never know what your copay is going to be. And denying a person for something that they need medically is just pure evil. Anyways, I'm going on a little rant here, but yeah, OP, you did your thing. I'm not going to lie. Sort the laundry? You got it, boss. I am a hotel housekeeper. It was a pretty busy day and almost all the rooms had to be stripped. We had 2 carts for dirty laundry. Well, except for the one in the top floor and the one used to catch what we tossed down a laundry chute, but that's unimportant. What is important is that my boss is pretty insistent on sorting the laundry before it goes to get put through the cleaning process. Sorting the laundry entails separating the towels and everything that's not towels into 2 dirty baskets. Now, as I mentioned, it was pretty busy and there were lots of laundry, but I still had to sort them. Initially, I tried taking the towels out and swapping them all into one basket while putting everything else into another. After a while, I realized that this method will probably take hours at best. I got the idea to take everything out, sort them into 2 piles, then put them back in. So I did. The pile of towels was medium-sized at best. The pile of everything not towels, however, was nearly up to the ceiling. I put them back into their respective baskets and found that the stack of not towels was in fact taller than me, and I'm over 6 feet tall. About this time, the manager walks in and says verbatim, "What the heck did you do?" Exactly what you told me to do. My manager is barely 5 feet tall and couldn't hope to reach the top of the stack. The person who comes in when I leave is also very short. Speaking of which, it's my time to go. "Have fun," I said as I clocked out. As I walked out, I heard another, "What the heck?" This time from the poor employee who came in and saw my handiwork. Apparently, she had to stand on a chair to reach the top, which would not have happened if I wasn't told to sort it. The best part was that I couldn't be blamed because, well, I did what I was told, duh. But it doesn't stop there. She demanded that I call my 6'5" friend and coworker to help. Too bad he specifically requested that day and the next few after that to go on vacation with his girlfriend. Talk about bad timing. Since then, sorting the laundry has been optional for housekeepers. Now we all know that the towels to everything else ratio is very small to large. This problem was going to occur anyways. And who has the time to do it within, what's the normal shift hours? 8 hours? Either way it goes, I can tell it's just too time consuming. And OP did have a plan, but it just didn't work out. But I'm just glad that it is optional. Well, that's all the time we have. If you'd like to hear another insane Reddit story, check out my latest video. With all that being said, I'll see you next time with more stories.